What would you do if your college called your parents before you could? My parents brag about me like I'm already a doctor. But today I'm sitting in the academic office staring at a sheet of paper that feels like a death sentence. Academic probation. GPA 1.4. I didn't even know it was possible to get that low. The dean looked at me over his glasses and said, "We have to notify your parents today." It felt like the floor disappeared. I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't prepared for any of it. I thought I had weeks. I thought I had time to fix things, to hide things, to pretend I was keeping up. But then he said the words that knocked the air out of my chest. "We've already placed the call." My parents, especially my dad, didn't believe in failure. He believes in figuring it out, even when that means losing sleep, mental health, everything. I wasn't ready for their disappointment. I ran across campus like something was chasing me. My hands were sweating. My heart felt too loud. I called my parents before they could call me. No answer. I called again. Still nothing. Each time the call rang, I imagined them hearing, "Your son is failing," and feeling embarrassed, angry, hurt. I imagined my dad saying, "He's wasting our money." I finally reached my dorm, and my roommate Devin looked up. "Dude, you look like you just escaped death." "I might have," I said. He shook his head. "Just tell them before they hear it from the school. Parents hate surprises." But that was the problem. The surprise already happened. I was too late. I checked my phone again. 5 missed calls, all from Dad. I felt sick. The next call came instantly. I didn't even want to answer it, but I did. "Marcus, we need to talk." His voice was flat, tight, controlled in a scary way. "Dad, I can explain. We're on our way," he said. I froze. "What? On your way where?" "To campus." He hung up before I could breathe. My heart went into my stomach. I wasn't ready to face him. I wasn't ready to face anyone. I tried to clean my dorm room, stupidly thinking that if the room looked good, maybe he'd be less disappointed. But before I could even pick up the laundry, I heard a horn outside. They were already here. I walked out to the parking lot, feeling like I was walking toward my own funeral. Mom stepped out first. Her eyes were red like she had been crying on the drive. Dad stood next to her, arms crossed, jaw clenched. "Let's go inside," Dad said. I could tell by his voice this wasn't going to be a normal conversation. Inside, the room felt too small, too bright, too quiet. Dad said, "Sit." I sat. Mom asked softly, "Why didn't you tell us you were struggling?" I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. My throat felt tight. My chest felt heavy. All the words I practiced on the walk over disappeared. My mind went blank. Dad shook his head. "We didn't raise you to lie." That hurt more than anything. I felt myself breaking. Then there was a knock on the door. The dean stepped in, holding the academic report. "Mr. and Mrs. Evans?" I wanted to clarify something. My stomach twisted. What else could possibly get worse? He placed the report on the table. "This wasn't caused by laziness," the dean said. "It was caused by a flag raised by one of his professors." Dad frowned. "Flag for what?" The dean looked right at him. "Your son submitted the same assignment 12 times. Each one revised, each showing effort, but each one repeating the same loop. It wasn't ignored. It wasn't careless. It was a student trying very, very hard." I blinked. I had no idea my professor reported that. The dean continued. "His professor believes Marcus may have undiagnosed OCD, specifically a form that makes students repeat tasks over and over because they feel they're not perfect yet. He recommended we test him before penalizing him further." Everything in the room went still. Dad's face changed. Mom's face softened instantly. Mom whispered, He does redo everything, even chores." Dad slowly sat into the chair across from me. His voice cracked for the first time all day. "Son, why didn't you tell us you were stuck like that?" I wiped my eyes. "I didn't want you to think I failed." Dad shook his head. "No, you should have let us help you." The dean looked at me kindly and said, "We've already scheduled the evaluation, and if the diagnosis is confirmed, his entire semester can be reset." I wiped my eyes. Dad put his hand on my shoulder and Mom squeezed my arm. I finally felt something I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope.